Kia ora, and welcome to Monday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news the coming week will be largely about the Strait of Hormuz and whether the US-Iran agreements will hold and traffic resumes at scale. But we start the week with a pessimistic outlook. Iran says it has closed the strait again, and it will remain closed until the US honours its commitment to get Israel to stop invading Lebanon. The US seems unable to do that and responded with threats. Talks in Geneva splutter along, and it's hard to know if they are meaningful. And that likely means ship traffic in the strait will be tolled by Iran when things settle, as they eventually will. Away from all that, the local data will focus on May's mortgage and credit card lending. In Australia, we'll get important updates for CPI inflation, expect 4.3%, jobs growth, expect 30,000 more, and household spending, expected to be up 4.1%. In China, their central bank is widely expected to keep its 1-year and 5-year loan prime rates unchanged at its June review. They will also release FDI data, which is likely to be 10% lower than a year ago. Taiwan will update its eye-catching export order data, expected to rise by 50% in May from a year ago. And there will be many early June PMI indicators coming out this week, including from the US, where they expect stable or easing results. But the big US data will be their PCE inflation report, where analysts expect them to report a May level close to 4%. And Canada will report its CPI, and that is expected to come in at 2.9%, but with core readings a bit lower. Over the weekend, Canada reported retail sales rose in April to be 3.7% higher than year-ago levels, but unchanged in volume terms. Their May retail sales indicator rose a bit more, but this too may be all about fuel prices more than volume gains. And staying in Canada, their banking prudential regulator lowered its capital buffers over the weekend with the express intent of allowing their banks to lend more to businesses. Across the Pacific, Malaysia said its exports rose a startling 45% in May and far better than the outside's 35% expected, and easily an all-time record high. This is all driven by electronic goods, although LNG exports were very strong too. Their traditional rural exports, that is palm oil and natural rubber, took a hammering, however. Meanwhile, Malaysia reported its May CPI up just 2% from a year ago, with food prices up just 1.2%. And Germany said its May producer prices rose 2.2% from a year ago, the most since June 2023, when most of that intervening period saw declines. And in Europe generally, they're suffering extreme heat early in their summer, with temperatures 40 degrees plus in many places. It'll be a long summer for them. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.49%, unchanged from Saturday, up a net 1 basis point for the week. And the price of gold is held at $4,152 an ounce, down a net $66 for the week. Silver's at $65 an ounce, down $3 for the week. And oil prices are holding from Saturday at just under $77.50 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is now just over $80.50 a barrel. A week ago, these prices were $84.50 and $87 a barrel respectively. Hormuz transits are picking up, with 15 crude or product tankers exiting over the past 24 hours and 17 entering for new loads. Australia said it has extended their fuel excise tax relief until the end of July. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged from this time Saturday at just on 57.4 US cents to make it a full 100 basis points lower than a week ago. Against the Aussie, we're little changed at 81.9 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're staying lower at just on 50 euro cents. And that all means our trade weight index starts today at just under 61.2, which is unchanged from Saturday and down 80 basis points for the week. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $63,124 and up 1.8% from Saturday. Volatility over the past 24 hours, however, has been low, at just on plus and minus 0.6%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. We'll do this again tomorrow.